It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Let's close out the weekend with what should be a good one on Monday Night Primetime between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. Time to determine who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. The conference championship is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Go.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. It's a 29-yard gain, and it'll be 1st down Colts.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go. 319, just that. Hey, can. Extend.
Shotgun, hand off to Taylor. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that 1st down marker. Offensive line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 34-yard line.
Hey, Ken, just hurt. No mas. Tonight.
Off play action, it's Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Tonight.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go. 319, just that. Much right. Yep. Out. Go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. he could take it to the house.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Turbo, sir. You got what? You got up. Let's go. Hey, can. Right.
From the red zone on 1st. It's inside the 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They have it 1st and goal, an early lead available here in the postseason.
Hey, 11.
Shotgun snap to Fields. On the move, headed right. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Colts finish up an excellent opening series. No doubt about it, Brock. They are trying to take him out of this game from the start. And a touchdown on the opening drive, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, Kate, where you and I up here in this booth, we can hear it and we can feel it. This crowd senses an opportunity to dig those opponents an early hole that before long might become the grave their season rests in if they don't respond.
Ooh. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Nicole Hardman now on the return. Showing a little burst so far. He's racing past midfield. And nearly down to the opposing 40 before he gets out of bounds. Excellent return there.
You know it right now, Kate. I'm absolutely in favor of this frenetic pace. A touchdown scored, and this is what the immediate response is. Nearly answer it with a house call yourself. Yeah, there's no body blows in this one. This game's starting with some serious haymakers.
1st down from the 42. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Hits him on the out route. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
It's a gain of 3. And the Raven 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the pistol, Henry. And they push him out just as he gets back to the line. 2nd down coming up.
He stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field, and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is 1st and goal.
Hey, Ozzy! Ready! Report!
So we're through one here in the AFC title game. The Colts have taken the early lead. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Changing it up here. Jackson buys time, rolling right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He fought as much time as he could, but eventually the only option left was to throw it away.
Mike Tomlin eyeing that play clock, and he gets a timeout just before it runs out. They're down to their final 1 in this half. A big moment here in their quest to become AFC champs. We've got 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Okay, already a big decision to make on your opening drive, Brock. Is this 4-down territory, or do you take the field goal and be happy to start off with some points?
Well, remember, Kate, I think we're going to see this all year long. This new kickoff rule is real. You know, that ball now coming out to the 35-yard line, it affects the data and the decision-making. You're going to see more and more teams be aggressive, and I would be. They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. 1st down throw for Fields. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. That one connects. All the way. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts now lead by 10. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Colts drive their lead to 11.
14. Ravens 3. Rigoberto Sanchez.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. This makes it up to the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's good.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
We've set it down from 37. First down, here's Lamar. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 2nd and 3 now. Lamar now from the gun. Completed to Flower. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
We've set it down from 37. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now here's Lamar. Escapes out to the left. So 3rd down and about a yard ahead as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Sunday night primetime on the other side. Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Completed to his running back. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. It's a design boot. Pass pulled in by Henry. And that bounces out before anyone can make a recovery. They're going to have this one inside the 10. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You can almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. A give to Mitchell, running left. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Trying down the middle with Henry. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. Tyler Loop after the Ravens to attempt this field goal. This from 30 yards out. Loop knocks it through. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's Gould on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive.
Here we go. Chips, Angel. You got it. Hey, 10.
Fields on 1st down. Buying some time right. Going deep down the near. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
319 gets net. Yo, EQ. Hey, can. Extend. Up, let's go.
Fields out of the gun. Sends this to the end zone. And he finds him in the end zone for the Indy touchdown. The Colts will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Colts lead by 15 now.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Hardman with a return. And he'll get a couple more on the dive before being marked down.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's second down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. One last play before the break. They'll stick with the ground game here. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up first and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's second and 4. Blitz coming, Lamar. Likely's got it right side. Big man's showing up the yards. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens cut into the lead coming out of halftime. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens get it back to within 1 score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's Gould on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes first and 10.
Here we go.
On the ground, E.J. Giddens gets it. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Give that tackle to Broderick Washington.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
Here we go. Do it. 319, can I see that? No mas, no mas. Up, 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 up. Hey.
Now here he goes on the boot. Left side into the hands of Warren. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down. From the gun, Taylor. And he'll pull his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
331, 331.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. So the false start backs him up 5. Here comes 2nd and long.
Here we go, son. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. He's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. And he's tackled for no gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Here we go, son. Up. 319, just that. Press. Hey, can. Nelson. Extend. Right.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this.
Here we go. Hey, can. EQ. Chip slant. Hey, can. Right.
He's back to throw. One nabbed by Warren. And they make the tackle at the 38. They left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the results. A big gain, 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs, too.
First and 10 at the 38.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
He's tackled at the
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Easy. Up, let's go. 11. Watch out. Hey, 551. Sit high.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Throwing the out route complete. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Bunch right. Hey, green knight. Hey, can. No mas. Delta. Press. Bunch right. West right, zip. Alpha. Angel. Right.
Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Here we go, son. Green 19, get a cut. Chip slant. Delta. Right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. He rolls to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Here we go, son. 331, 330. Man. Hey, can. EQ. Hey, can. Go.
Fields throwing once more. He takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts lead by 14. Kicking team out to try the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts lead by 15 now.
Colts 28, Ravens 13.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, middle.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Colts as they get somebody out there to tend to him. Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. They run. Here's Henry. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped for a loss again. It's going to be 3rd down.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the old lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. Andrews has it, working downfield. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Mark Andrews with the touchdown.
Yeah, right there. That is why teams will draft tight ends and take them really high in the draft, especially when they can be game changers after the catch. That was just a dynamic effort.
Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens get it back to within 1 score.
Ravens 20.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. He stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Last run got him 9, so now they need 1 more here on 2nd down. Taylor again. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Only 1 frame remains before we see who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's Colts football, and they know they're only 1 quarter away from advancing here. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Here we go. Tonight.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
That's right. Chips, green 19, Said hi.
This time it's a passing play. Thrown all the way to the end zone here. And he finds him in the end zone for the Indy touchdown. The Colts go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Hits him on the in route. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Flush down out to his left. He takes it himself. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 5 on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, Jackson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made.
Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. Now it's Field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw intended for Tyler Warren. And it's going to be 2nd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Here we go. Tonight.
Fields on third. Has a man downfield. It's Pittman. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. New set of downs for him from the 31.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Shotgun, hand off to Taylor. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
11.
At the 30-yard line.
319, next up. Oh, let's go.
Now we've got whistles, but not for delay of game. They were able to get a timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Turbo, sir. Bunch right. Hey, Chan. Extend. Right.
Fields looking to throw. Forced out to his right. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Completed to his running back. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They get 19 on that pickup. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts with a 15-point advantage. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Chased out to his right. Now, 1st down only gets about a yard here. And the defender there to force him out.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
8 yards to go.
Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
No gain on the play, and now it's 4th and long. The Colts are going to turn to their kicker, Spencer Schrader, for the field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's kind of feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. They get 23 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. On the move, headed right. He calls his own number again. He's going to be a yard shy of the 1st as they force him out after the gain of 9.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Jackson on 3rd and 1. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Lamar throwing again. Hits his running back. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Jackson's going to throw again. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. And the Colts get to him. Down he goes. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. So the Colts pick up the win in this one. They are Super Bowl bound, Brock. We now know who's going to be representing the AFC in the battle for the Lombardi.
Yeah, you never set out with the goal to be good. You set out to be great. You don't set out to just be a playoff team. You set out to be one of the 2 teams playing on that special stage of the Super Bowl. And with this win, now they will be.